Yo, put the Discord in the thing if they want to pull up pretty. Put it in the main thing. Battle rap ranking, man. Battle rap ranking was going on. So we got Hitman. I mean, I said Hitman Hollow. Hollow the Don versus Geechee Gotti. Known 13. Okay. Oh, 12? This is 12? Okay, I was been wondering. Okay, known 12. Okay, man. This is my one. I watched it 1.5 times. I listened to it. It's my second listen, but the first time I actually watched it and able to actually break this thing down, the narrative and what I was thinking the first time. Nah, man. Nah. Short and sweet, man. First round. I gave Gitchy Gotti. Gitchy Gotti usually definitely his pace and his crowd control is a little bit better. So his performance was a little off because the crowd was asleep. I must admit the crowd was sleeping on his bars, but it was messing him up a little bit, messing his crowd control and his performance up a little bit, and throwing his pace off, making him stumble a couple of times, expecting the crowd reaction. So he ended up having to get 7.9, close to an 8 round. Hollow the Don, his pace was off, man. I didn't really know where he was at in his rounds. He just keeps switching his transition and his bars was kind of weird. I know he unorthodox, but I'm just not used to like it was throwing me off. His delivery, the same thing. Like I'm expecting the bar to land here, but then it's dragged out a little bit. So his delivery and pace is off. His flow pockets was cool, but his transition into his flow, different flow pockets. He got a lot of flows, but he's just transitioning them weird. Like I said, his pace be a little bit off, but I want to give him some credit for his flow. His performance is definitely comfortable out there. He looked comfortable. He looked like he the vet out there just on looking at it. So he's being aggressive, acting his bars out. But I only end up giving him like a 7.78. It was just too much wrong with his pace and his delivery for me. Bar for bar, I edging it to Geechee. He was just getting more bars out there. But the heaviest bars of the whole round, maybe you can give it to Hollow all 3 rounds. He might have the most standout bar in the round, but it was just the drop spots. Geechee was getting to it consistent, whether you like it or not. He's putting it right there for you. That's all the rounds. So the first round, Geechee got it. Second round, it's close. That round is close, but I still end up giving the Geechee 7.9. Geechee was letting the crowd get to him. They super sleep on him. Super direct. I like what he was doing with the LOM talking stupid to him. I like it. Like he took an angle. The crowd won't really feeling it, but I was. Angles are hit or miss. He was throwing enough bars in there with the LOM, LOM angle on Hollow. Just like how he handled his business, comparing how he had his business to his business. I liked it. I actually like it. I give him a 7.9. I think it was a fire round, but he just was stumbling a little bit. A little bit, like I said, he was letting the crowd get to him, so he was throwing his pace off a little bit. Same difference in this round. Hollow came out. He definitely had his. He stepped up a little bit with the bars. He's hitting more, a little bit less drop spots, but still pace off, still delivery off. I don't really know, man. I'm going by a certain scale that I'm going by, and if you're not um filling up the attributes, I don't know really what to tell you. He's just not delivering it good enough. His pace is still throwing me off. But some of his bars was definitely good. Like the Gotti would have called him a mooly. The stand behind the tree joint was kind of crazy. The Tupac keep your head up joint. Like he had some bars. Definitely had some bars. Is the Gotti. Third round more the same. They both turned up. I think this is my favorite round from Hollow and my favorite round from Geechee. Geechee got a little bit more comfortable. The crowd would start rocking with him. He has fixed his pace. He started moving a little bit more with his performance. Everything was good. Controlling the crowd with his performance. Everything was A1, smooth 8 from both of them. That round super debatable. I wouldn't be mad if you give it a Hollow. This more of a preference type round for me. I like what Geechee was doing a little bit more. I got Geechee 3-0, man. I got Geechee 3-0 on the gentlemen's, but I would not be mad if you get Hollow the second and the third, but I will debate you. I will debate you. My opinion on can y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about this battle. Prudy, talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. How you call it, man? Close battle. The crowd is not rocking with Geechee, man. I can see why the crowd. I see why people was giving it the hollow. I see. Go ahead, bro. But you, how you call it?
Yeah, but that's the reason why we can't even go with the crowd. The crowd not really fully
I smoke.
in the
Talk to me.
battle. You know what I
We
mean?
got people in the chat. Hold up. Go ahead. Go ahead, Prudy. Go ahead, Prudy. Then we gonna talk to the chat. Pull up.
Yeah, I gotta give Geechee's credit though. He didn't the crowd throw him off that bad, but it wasn't his original self. Still rap. By rapping his conviction, aggression was there. Geechee pace was there also. He was doing the regular Geechee, but he wasn't turned up to the fullest. But on the other hand, he had the bars, he had a pocket. But like you said, the dry spots, the long waits, just kind of throw us off to find out what pocket or when he's gonna land the punches. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. Short and sweet, man. I edge Geechee every round, man. I ain't mad if somebody gave Hollow second and third. Material wise, Hollow had. I like Geechee second the best, and I like Hollow third. So for the first round, edge it to Geechee.
Right. Right.
Second round, I like Geechee round the best, even though the crowd wasn't saying nothing, no reaction. He was direct, like you said.
No reaction. No
bars.
reaction.
Yeah.
It was a home game, and a lot of people were saying, like it makes sense why the crowd didn't really want to hear that because they're in Houston, and this is Hollow's second home. So it makes sense why the crowd's not reacting to him saying the whole loyalty over money thing and trying to make Hollow look stupid and how he stole money from the kids and all that. All that type of stuff is hitting to me, especially because your slogan is that, but it's not hitting to the crowd. I'm not sure why it's not translating to the fans in general, though. I am sure, but I get mad because the crowd didn't react, so the fans gonna think it's whack too. That's the wackest part of everything. You gotta think for yourself. Y'all have to think for yourself. There's no way that that's not hot. Not saying that Hollows wasn't hot, but if anything, Hollows getting a little bit extra. You know what I'm saying? Energy than way more energy than Geechee. But you can almost call Hollows gas. Almost. I wouldn't call it gas, but they was doing a lot. He had some bars in there, though. I ain't gonna lie. If you want to go bar for bar, he probably got the second, but it wasn't about bars. Like I said, I like the direction Geechee was going, and how he was talking to him was overdid just random bars from Hollow.
Yeah, Hollow was doing what Hollow should, but like gangs, I know y'all have y'all favorite, but there's a lot of nitpicking in Hollow performance. Not his performance, just performance, but just the way he raps. Then, if you want to be exact, he's not flowing within his flow melody. So within his flow pockets, when it's the transition, it's not smooth.
Right.
To enter the next, it's like waiting for a reaction for the crowd, or you got to say something.
Yeah.
What's rapping? What's rapping?
Talk to me on Luch 121. Talk to me. Um, I know G just telling us what he think, but how you call it? Hollow Hollow three only debatable round is that third. Uh, why you give like? Talk to me. Talk to me. And that's the craziest part. you got to be going by the crowd. Got to be. Because it'd be something different if Hollow's bars was just so crazy, but they just not. So I'm not sure how you even give him a clear round. Geechee ain't
In
turn
what
up to the
way?
third. Right.
In what way did? In what way did Hollow won?
Yeah. You got to explain how Hollow won. Because
Right.
not with those bars, y'all. Like, I got the bars right here, too. He got, like, the hottest bar for me was that R. Kelly joint from him. You know what I'm saying? Because the double entendre they put on it. But he had some bars. He had some bars that just wasn't so, like, retarded crazy. The Outcast bar, never. That joint's cool. Like, his bars be cool. And the dude he play with the Anthony Davis joint, that's cool. Like, Pepe Le Pew, I follow Cat's Home. Like, all that stuff is just cool. The Bayside joint, cool. That's what I'm saying. But my man said, in more direct rounds. He said Hollow was better in more direct rounds. There's no way Hollow's second round was more direct than Geechee's second round. So that's how I know you're not, you know what I'm saying? You can't say that. No way. Say, Geechee
Hollow did.
Geechee did an angle on
Hollow
Hollow.
did.
Super direct. He went almost personal with Hollow. So you can't say direct. Please. But Hollow was just better. That's being biased too. That's not really telling me nothing. Good treat.
No, both of them was being direct, right? Let's give him a fair shot.
No, he was. He said more.
We prefer what Geechee was doing more. Because both of them had personals, but Geechee just translated better towards my ears. You know what I mean?
Nah, I
No,
said
like
second.
the
I said
Hollow.
the second. The second. I said the second. He said more direct. So yes, I agree with you that maybe during the whole battle you can say they was both direct, but he said more direct. So a personal is definitely the most direct you can get. So Geechee had personal angles. I'm not sure what Hollow's
With
personals
bars.
was. What's Hollow's personal? The trade bar, that's a personal, I guess. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, he had some personals, I guess, but the whole angle, whole second round was personal. So there's no way that Hollow was more direct. That's all I'm saying. Not in that second, at least. No way. Yeah, but it fell flat.
Yeah,
It
I
fell.
could see.
My
Right.
man in the chat said it fell flat. See, that's the thing. It fell flat, meaning what? Like, what do you mean fell flat? What y'all didn't like about it? Because I would think you mean fell flat because the crowd wasn't reacting. But the crowd don't supposed to react. If they're at home, Hollow's at home. Why would they care about that person? Why would they react to that? You know what I'm saying? So I can see why they don't react, and we can't judge by because they're not reacting. I don't know. It's tricky. I told you it's gonna be a tricky one. This is a tricky one because when the crowd being this biased, it's kind of hard to let the crowd. Let the fans understand or the people that's judging understand what's going on.
Right.
And it's not like he's not having bars. Like he's saying, chasing the wrong bag. This bag, you're a drug addict instead of the money bag. Chasing the wrong bag. There's still little bars. Like he's not just talking direct. He got bars in there too. You know what I'm saying? Little bars, nothing too crazy, but they just baby bars. But the direction is making it hit more.
Yeah.
To me, performing
He
for a
didn't have as
crowd.
heavy as jabs. He had a couple
He said.
light
He
jabs.
said.
You know?
He said. He said you performing for a crowd. So what's the point of the crowd? What's the point of the crowd? What's the point of the crowd in the NBA? What's the point of the crowd in the NFL? I'm confused. I'm confused.
That's the thing, the crowd was giving it up for Hollow. Get that part. You know what I mean? Because he was doing performance with low pockets.
If your
And that's
bars
a
don't
part with
land for the
itself.
crowd, then it didn't work. So the crowd judges the battle. So crowds judge the battle. So let me ask you this: what if the crowd's being biased? You ever heard of that? You ever heard of a crowd gassing one person and not the other person? You ever heard of that? So we still go by the crowd then too? And how can you tell the difference when they doing that or not? It's not like we did get the bars. It was just weak. We know the difference. So you know the difference, even though Hollow's at home. Right. Salute to you. Salute to you for knowing the difference, but not understanding that Hollow was at home. That's why personal angles might not land on them. The common sense. But salute to you for knowing the difference. But if the crowd was reacting crazy, if they were somewhere else and the crowd going crazy, then it hit though. To this fan right here, right? So that mean Geechee would actually won. But the same bars. But just because the crowd reacts, wins. That is so cringy to me. I think the crowd don't know what the heck they doing, and 9 times out of 10 they bias. That's what I think. You know what I'm saying? They rooting for one of the people up there. But thanks for your input anyway. I've seen you a couple of times. Hopefully you get a better handle and not show your biasness this clear. So you feel the crowd was biased? I mean that was clear, bro. They didn't even give it up to Gotti until the last round. That shows the biasness. If you know anything about this sport, crowds don't like to be fully biased unless it's close. So if they being biased, they usually won't react to the person for 2 rounds and then start giving it up for them in the third. I've been saying this for years. That's how they show that they're biased. And voila, that's what they did. Oh, he got the crowd in the third. No. Right or wrong, Prudy? How many times have you heard me say that? And did it happen in this battle or not? Did it or not happen in this battle or not? So that's what I'm saying, bro. So of course they was being biased. Of course.
Even in the Don Marino and royalty battle, same thing. Same thing.
Right. I think that should tell you something. But salute to the game. Salute to you. Better rap like we see everything. I don't know. I gotta check the consist. I gotta check the other ones. He said we the only ones that say 3-0. But I was seeing narratives out there. That's for sure. I seen Hollow, but the crowd was loving him. He was all over the place to me. To me, too much dry spots. But salute to him. He definitely did his thing. Better rap like we see everything. Y'all stand your A game, man. Holler at us. Pull up.